Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and this is the VIM Tools DD3 and the VIM DD2. The DD it's a dual drive micro ratchet. So this is a 3/8 and this is a 1/4 on this end, and here's some magic. This is a 10mm on that end, and this is a 1/4 hex on this end. So if we take the 1/4 hex, what can I do? I can drop a hex screwdriver bit into it, and I've got a nice ratcheting mechanism here, reversible, small. I can also attach it to something. It's got the 1/4 drive here, so I could put it on a ratchet. I've got essentially a spinner, or how about this? Put it on a spinning ratchet. And I've got this double spinning mechanism. Looks like a fair ride. I don't know what I'd do with it. Just seemed kind of interesting. But anyway, this is a kind of a cool little tool. Notice they grab really tight, so I've got my little pry bar there ready to go. Cool little tool, small ratchet with potential for an extension, and it comes with an adapter here. So this is like 1/4 hex on this, which then of course means I can drop a socket on it and use it as a small ratcheting driver. Here's a snap-on small one with a flex head. But anyway, it's a cool little thing. I can put it on a ratchet here, which would allow me to maybe get into some place I couldn't normally get into. I don't know. Especially add the flex head side to it. Kind of neat. Here's the 3/8 version. It also has an adapter, 10mm on this side, which you can also use if I pull off my 10. I can drop it in a 10, so I could run a socket using a 10mm socket if I wanted, or put another socket on it for some reason. I don't know. Or something else out on that end. If I put it in this end, of course I can run a socket then. Pretty slick. They're not cheap, and they are packaged beautifully, you know, in these foam cases, so you can see how they're presented. But they are, you know, they're not totally outrageous. They're just kind of interesting. I originally got the small one, and I thought this is outstanding. This is amazing. And so I picked up the larger one, and then I thought, well, what am I going to do with it? And I thought, well, the 10, that's kind of cool, you know, to have a fixed 10mm on the end. Probably find an extension. I might use a breaker bar. I even thought, you know, what I could do, look at that. You know, I could take my little tiny ratchet, put two tiny ratchets together, you know. How about that for a EDC connection? Pop those out. Man, those are tight. I mean, it's a quality tight. I think there's just a huge indentation there for that ball to seat, so pretty snug. But anyway, several people also have mentioned these in the comments, and some of the other VIM tools like these that I got. You know, they said, well, this is the natural extension. I really like these guys. Slick little things. It's almost like tool jewelry. It's neat in the small world to have options. But anyway, there they are. If you haven't seen them, this is what they look like. They're pretty cool little things. And with that, Doc out.